again, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. My name is McPato and this is McPato PC. And this is the first video I'll be filming in my new studio, with the exception of my studio vlog that I did the other day. But this is the first official video in the new studio. And it's just going to be a quick one, bringing you guys 5 reasons not to buy the RTX 2080. And it's generally because I'm comparing it to the GTX 1080 Ti, and that's basically what the 5 reasons will center around in the comparison, with the exception of the last 2 points. So the first 3 are compared to the GTX 1080 Ti, and then 2 additional reasons. And I will acknowledge there is probably a horrible echo sound. I have not yet bought some sound absorbing foam to put on the walls, so I will ask you guys to bear with me for the next couple videos until I put up some of that foam to absorb the echo. But without further ado, I'm also trying a new format where I'm going to try to get these videos hammered out in 5 minutes to 10 minutes maximum for my videos moving forward, unless there's something special going on. So I'm going to talk faster and much briefer. So anyway, first 2 points here, guys. I'm going to be referencing the video from Hardware Unboxed. Steve at Hardware Unboxed did a great review of the RTX 2080 and 2080 Ti. If you guys want to check that out, it's down below, as well as if you want to verify my numbers, they're going to be in that video as well. And I'll link also a TechSpot article, which is written by Steve from Hardware Unboxed, using the same charts that he uses in his videos on his channel. So I'll link both those sources. But without further ado, let's dive right in with reason number 1. And the first reason is simple. Cost per frames are higher for the RTX versus the GTX 1080 Ti. Specifically, you're paying $11.50 at 4K to run the RTX 2080, that's per frame, $11.50, or $840 US to buy the card at current market prices, compared to a current market price of $680 for the GTX 1080 Ti, which works out to about $2 less per frame at $9.57. So that's reason number 1, $2 more per frame approximately to run the new card compared to the previous flagship. Reason number 2, performance versus the GTX 1080 Ti. Again, Hardware Unboxed numbers here, guys. They did 12 games total, and the difference ranged from 15% faster for the RTX 2080 to as bad as -7% compared to the GTX 1080 Ti at both 1440p and 4K. They averaged it out, and it averages out to 1% faster for the RTX 2080. So for 1% more, you're again paying $2 more approximately per frame. That in itself is not a good value. So that's reason number 2. Moving along to reason number 3. If you buy the RTX 2080, you're only getting 8 gigabytes. Granted, it's GDDR6 memory, not GDDR5X like the GTX 1080 Ti, but overall, there's not going to be much difference there, as we can see in the numbers from performance. 1% faster for the RTX 2080 on average when compared in 12 games, so that's not an issue. And you are getting 3 gigabytes more memory on the 1080 Ti. So in my opinion, if you're playing at 4K, I'd stick with the 1080 Ti or consider buying that instead of the RTX 2080. That's only going to help you in future titles with more and more memory requirements. Reason number 4, the RTX 2080 was designed for ray tracing. This is what NVIDIA says. However, based on rumors and things I've heard and read, it looks to me like probably this generation of cards is not powerful enough to do ray tracing at 4K ultra settings. You know what I mean? They're saying you got to scale it down to 1080p and you're struggling to get 60 FPS when using the 2080 Ti card, I really think the 2080 is just going to be too slow, and you're not going to get the quality gaming that you wanted spending that kind of money. You know, if you got to play it at 1080p and you're getting 40 frames per second because you've enabled ray tracing, I don't think there's a lot of people are going to be supportive of that. There's going to be a lot of angry people, is what I think. So I would sit out this generation. I think ray tracing is cool, but I don't think there's going to be enough horsepower in these cards to run it at 1440p or 4K anywhere near 60 FPS. I could be wrong, and these are rumors, so these are just my opinions based on what I've read. And I would caution anyone wanting to buy to wait at least until next week when Shadow of the Tomb Raider releases, I believe, some patch or feature which will enable the ray tracing for that game. Then the reviewers are going to be able to at least benchmark it. Finally, reason number 5. This is a 12 nanometer part. NVIDIA has billions of dollars at their disposal. They know AMD is coming out with a 7 nanometer card within probably 6 to 8 months for consumers in the form of Navi. We don't know performance yet. It could be just, 1080 performance or less. I don't know. We already have Vega that does 1080, so I would expect it to be faster. NVIDIA knows this. They know that 7 nanometer is going to run more efficiently. They know that there's going to be other benefits there as well. They wouldn't have done this as their 2-year card. So in my opinion, this card is going to be around for probably anywhere from 8 to 14 months before it's replaced with something of a refresh from NVIDIA. And at these prices, $860 US and at least $1,000 to $1,200 for the 2080 Ti, I don't think it's worth it, honestly. This is not a card that's going to have very long in the market. So if you guys are in the market, I would highly recommend looking at the GTX 1080 Ti, unless you need just the top card, in which case the RTX 2080 Ti does seem to offer exceptional performance. The value maybe is not there, but performance, it is the top card, no question. But anyway, that's going to conclude this video. My 5 reasons why you should not buy the RTX 2080. Instead, you should look at the GTX 1080 Ti while at least there is stock available. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. We'll bring you guys another video soon, and hopefully you guys have a great week. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.